Review day 129:19. Okay, so number one, graph f of x is 1/4 absolute value of x minus 1 minus 3. So first thing I want to do is get the vertex, okay? So the vertex is going to be the opposite of the inside, positive 1 and then negative 3. So vertex is like the point, the very bottom point, right? So we're going to do the opposite of that. So I'm going to go 1, negative 3. Okay, there's my vertex. Absolute value graphs are the V's, right? And the slope of this graph is 1/4, which is a up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1 over 4. But of course it's a V, so we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to go up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to draw my graph in. And there it is. There's my absolute value graph. Thumbs up. Domain. It's always going to be all real numbers because it goes forever, right? In both directions. It goes forever in both directions. Every single x value is going to be on this graph. So by domain, I'm just going to say x is equal to all real numbers. Now, you can use the symbol, or if you want to write all real numbers, that's fine with me. And the range, your reach for your range is the y values. So the range starts at a height of negative 3 and then goes up. So the range is going to be y is greater than or equal to negative 3. Okay? Thumbs up? Okay, good. All right, number 2, and I tried to make it easy by putting it right at the y-axis. Didn't make it a hard one. I mean, you know, I want you to just know how to do it. But find the equation of the absolute value graph. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. Absolute value graph. Let's see. I know that the vertex is at the point 0, negative 2, right? The slope is up 3 over 1. The slope is up 3 over 1. So here's what I'm going to write. I'm going to write y equals 3 over 1 absolute value. Okay, 3 over 1 absolute value of an x minus 0. You do not need the 0. I'm just putting it in there for you. Okay, you don't need the 0 at all, but I put there anyway. And then minus 2. Okay, again, you don't need the 0. I just put it in there so you wouldn't be confused. Okay, I don't think I would have put that in there anyway, right? Okay, now, number 3. This absolute value graph really is 2 graphs put together, right? It really is 2 different lines. So as 2 different lines, we can take it and rewrite it in a piecewise fashion. So first of all, we have 2 equations. We're going to have equation 1. We're going to have line 2, okay? Line 1 and line 2. Well, let me check it out. So line 1 goes down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So it's going to be a y equals a down 3 over 1 x minus 2, right? Minus 2. Equation 2, or line 2, is up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. So it's a y equals a 3 over 1 x minus 2, okay? They're connected at x equals 0, okay? They're connected right at x equals 0, okay? All right, so I want to make it look like a piecewise graph. I've got the brace here, f of x equals. So let's put it in. So I'm going to have a negative 3x minus 2. That's my first line. And I'm going to have a y equals a 3x minus 2. That's my second line. Now, line 1 stops at 0. Line 2 stops at 0. Okay? Line 1 is going to be if x is less than or equal to 0. And line 1 starts at 0. And we're going to say if x is greater than 0. And there it is. There's my piecewise graph. All right, thumbs up. Am I going slowly enough? Okay. All right, I'm going to get a piece of graph paper out for number 4 because I'm going to need a piece of graph. Okay. So number 4, I'm going to slide this up for you. All right. I need a piecewise graph. So, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my x and y axis in here. And, okay, there's that and that. Slide that up. Let's see. When I do these, I get my border points first, okay? Now in this case, it's only at -2. There's only one border line, okay? And that's at x equals -2. So I'm going to go to x equals -2, and I'm going to draw in my invisible. It's an invisible borderline, okay? It's invisible, okay? Now, I know that by doing that, I've made 2 parts to my graph. I've got the back or the left-hand side of this borderline, and I've got the right-hand side of this borderline, okay? My first graph, y equals 1/2 x plus 3, is going to be in the back half. That's where it's going to be my less than or equal to -2, okay? So I'm going to graph that. And I might have to erase some of it because it's on just this left-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and start at 3 on the y-axis, not on the borderline. On the y-axis, not on the borderline. I'll say that 2 more times. Start at 3. It's a y-intercept, not on the borderline, right? Start at 3 on the y-axis. Then I'm going to go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and I'm just going to draw it in. Okay. Now the only problem is that the line doesn't go forever. It doesn't. In fact, the line only exists from -2 back. So I'm going to erase what's on the right-hand side of my borderline. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and draw in my graph. Okay. And then I'm going to put a solid dot there because it does equal -2. So I've got half my graph. Okay, my second half of the graph is 4. So y equals 4, okay? Y equals 4 is a horizontal line at 4, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would be going all the way across like this, except I'm not going to have all of that. I'm going to erase it. I'm going to erase some of this, but y equals 4 goes all the way across, except I want this graph to be greater than -2. So I only want it on the right-hand side of my borderline. I'm going to erase part of the back, and I'm going to put an open circle here. Have to have an open circle if I'm going to have a function. Not only that, it does not equal -2. It's just going to be equal on the other. Okay? How am I doing? I'm going slowly enough? Okay, thumbs up. Okay. All right. Whisk this away. Okay. Graph the function and its inverse. Find the inverse equation also. Okay, so this isn't so bad. Number 5. So if I'm going to graph the original, let me see. I get a couple of different colors. I like colors. Colors are fun. I got blue and I got red. Perfect. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm going to do the original in blue. I'll do the function in blue. Okay. All right, that's no problem. So I'm going to start at 0, right? I'm going to go down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, up 2, back 3. Okay. And draw my function. Okay, that's f of x. Right? Start at 0, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. Okay. Now, the inverse equation. I'm actually going to do it algebraically. If you want to do dot by dot by dot, you can. Okay, you can. I'm going to do it algebraically, all right? Because I like to do it algebraically. So I'm going to first change this to a y equals a -2/3 x, right? But if I want the inverse, you got to switch x and y. Okay, so I got to switch. I'm going to switch x and y. So I'm going to rewrite this as x equals negative 2/3 y. All right. So I just switched x and y, made it. So y became x and x became y. Celeste, how am I doing? Am I doing okay? Now, let's just solve. I've got to solve. I need to solve for y. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. It's faster for me. I'm going to multiply by 3 over negative 2. Multiply by 3 over negative 2. I'm going to multiply the reciprocal. It's the quickest way to solve this. So my inverse is going to be this. Cancel, 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 cancel. I'm going to have a y equals a negative 3/2 x. And that's the inverse. So my inverse equation is going to be f inverse of x equals negative 3/2 x. Okay? And I'll slow down and wait for you, okay? So what I did, f of x and y are the same thing. So the first thing I did is I made that into y. Then I switched x and y around. Y became x, x became y, okay? Now the tricky part is solving this. So I want to get y by itself, so I undo it. I do the opposite. So the opposite of this fraction of negative 2/3 is to multiply by 3 over negative 2. Cancel, 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 but I have to do the same thing over here, okay? So I multiply by 3 over negative 2, and that's my inverse equation. Now to graph this, that's easy. I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 2. 3, 2, and my inverse equation is right there. Okay, that's f inverse of x. Okay, that one's a little bit harder, isn't it? A little bit harder. 6. 6 is easier. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to graph the original. Okay, and am I doing okay? I'm not going too fast. Okay, so start up at 8 for the original. Okay, so let's do that in blue. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slope of negative 4, so I'm going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, down 4 over 1, down 4 over 1, and I'm going to graph in my function. Okay, so there is f of x. Okay, now do the inverse, and I'll do the work over here. Okay, to do the inverse, I'm going to switch. First of all, let's rewrite as y equals negative 4x plus 8. F of x and y are the same thing, right? And now, switch. Let's switch x and y. To do an inverse, x becomes y, y becomes x, right? So I'm going to rewrite this as x equals negative 4y plus 8, okay? And I'm going to solve. I got to solve for y. So I'm going to bring over the 8. I'm going to go minus 8, cancels, and I get an x minus 8 equals negative 4y. And divide by negative 4 everything. Okay? There's a 1x. We don't ever really write the 1, but there's a 1. There's a 1 there. So we get a negative 1/4 x plus 2 equals y, or f inverse of x. So I'm going to graph that. I'm going to start at 2, and I'm going to go down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1 over 4, so forth, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay, and that's my f inverse is negative 1/4 x plus 2. How am I doing? Good. Okay. Not too bad, everybody? Okay. I'm going to turn the page in just a second. Let you guys get caught up, okay? Here we turn the page. All right, here we go. Easiest question on the quiz. If you missed this, I'm going to be so sad for you. Seriously. Please, nobody miss this one. How do you find the inverse? Just flip it, right? So my inverse is going to be negative 1, 5, 4, 3, 4, 1, 7, negative 2, right? Awesome. That's it. Now 7. All right. Okay, your class has ordered water bottles for a fun run. The total cost in dollars depends on the quantity ordered, okay? The cost function below represents the cost of bundles of water bottles, okay? The value of X represents the number of water bottles, okay? So here's what, if you look at these things, 50 cents a bottle plus 20. If you buy 0 to 49 bottles, got it? So you're buying in bulk. If you buy anywhere from 0 to 49 bottles, it's going to cost you 50 cents a bottle, okay? But if you buy less, if you buy more bottles, it costs you less, right? 40 cents a bottle, okay? So if you order from 50 to 99 bottles, it costs you 40 cents a bottle plus the 20. The 20 is probably shipping, right? Probably shipping. And then if you order between 100 and 199, it costs you 25 cents a bottle. And of course, if you order over 200, it's 15 cents a bottle. So it's a pretty good deal. I mean, the incentive's there to buy lots of bottles, right? So first of all, find F of 150. Okay, so the 150's got to go in here, right? You guys agree? So F of 150 goes into that one, right? Because 150 is in between 100. So you're going to buy 150 bottles. Yeah, Arjun?
I have a question.
Yes.
It says CX instead of FX. Is there a reason for that?
Cost. So, yeah, great question. I mean, you guys are so used to F of X, but it really is cost of the number of bottles. Good question. So let's plug it in. So I'm going to have 0.25 times 150 plus 20. Oh, let's see. What's that going to be? I don't know. Calculus, right? 0.25 times 150 plus 20. I got $57.50. Okay? Easy. F50. So if you need F50, it's going to go into this one because this is up to 50 but not 50, right? So I'm going to take the F50 and plug it into that one because it equals 50 here, but it doesn't equal 50 there, okay? All right, so then I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to go 0.40 times my 50 plus 20, all right, 0.4 times 50 plus 20, and I get an answer of $40. Yeah, nice job. $40. Okay, now, in words, what does F of 50 mean? In words, what is this thing all about? What's this problem all about?
Water bottle.
Good, water bottle is correct. Okay, so F of 50 means what?
Water bottle.
How many water bottles?
50.
And it's the cost of 50. Perfect. Nice job, Brett. So it is going to be the, use words tomorrow. It's the cost of 50 water bottles. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me go ahead and